Hello, hello, hello. I am Nikole and welcome back to the channel. Now, we are getting into all of these singles, albums, and moments that we missed this year. So let's run it back on 2022. Now, for the longest time, labels have always had this push and pull with their artists trying to find a way to make their money back. And Saweetie is one of those artists that I don't know how we're going to figure that out. So she obviously was one of the artists that had a larger following on social media, and record labels in recent years have depended solely on the algorithm rather than talent. Not to say that Saweetie is talentless, but when it comes to her music, it doesn't really scream artist to me. Earlier this year, she released her single Closer with H.E.R, and she got a lot of backlash because people were saying that she was basically biting Doja Cat, doing her rap pop style of music, which was a bit of a transition from Saweetie's normal way of sampling a popular like hip hop song. Even like her flow was Saweetie-ish, but also like a little more staccato like Doja. So I understood the backlash, but Saweetie supposedly has gone through this, what should I call it? Artist development boot camp. But I think we have yet to see the results of this artist development boot camp. You know, like I say all the time, I want all my girls to win. But I don't know if Saweetie is a music artist. She did recently release her EP Single Life on her label Pretty Bitch Music. And it sounds a lot like the same typical Saweetie stuff. Like I said, well, she told us that she wasn't going nowhere. So I hope she can get closer. So right now she ain't no closer to she just ain't no closer to like an actual artist to me. And that's not shade, is it? Now, another artist that was signed due to their popularity on social media was Ella Mai. Now, we all know back in 2016-17, Boot Up took over the world, and she recently released her sophomore album, Heart on My Sleeve. The album covered a lot of topics, basically the push and pull of relationships, which is stuff that Ella Mai always talks about. I feel like the flow of the project and the story of the project was perfect. She got features from Kirk Franklin and Mary J. Blige, which I did not expect, but they offered a lot to the storyline of the project. Now, the only thing that worries me about Ella Mai is that if I played Heart on My Sleeve and her very first EP, they sound the same. They sound the same. I'm like, we done had 3 EPs and 2 albums. I'm just wondering, like, where's the development? Where's the growth? Obviously, we know she's signed to Mustard. She's locked in with Mustard, but there may need to be some reconsideration on the production end. Because she's going to talk about the same thing. Like, Ella Mai is known to talk about love. Her biggest song was Boot Up. So she's going to talk about a lot of relationships, and she's an R&B artist. That's R&B. I get that. Story of the album was great. I just hate that I feel like I didn't get anything new from a new project. And maybe she needed a development boot camp. Not on the artistry end, but like sonically, maybe she should experiment more. And that could just be me. Y'all let me know. Now, as I mentioned earlier, is record labels for the longest time have had an issue with turning a profit, especially after the digital age. But I honestly think that's on them. I think they should probably be a little bit more particular about their investments. Like the 2020 pandemic obviously beefed up TikTok. A lot of artists were signed off of TikTok. But in these last 2 years, I have yet to see any of those artists that got signed have like a substantial like push for their music. Like singles do well, but like where's their visibility? Where's their development? Like I feel like labels depend too much on the algorithm and they don't develop the talent. A&R departments are completely non-existent, honestly. Like, that's clearly the issue on Saweetie's end and Ella Mai's end. It doesn't seem like labels actually care about pushing the artists. They look at them as products, which obviously it is a product. You want to make your money back. But in order to have a successful investment, I would think that you would be a little more strategic on the artistry end, making sure that fans are getting something that they want to see. So it's the label's fault that they ain't making no money, if you ask me. I think all labels, from the minis to the majors and the mini majors, could really take another look at their investments, take another look at their artists, and actually prepare their investments for the industry that they're entering from. Obviously, some of these people need media training. Some of these people, if you got them doing pop music, pop shows require dancing. We should have a choreographer working with them. Mix up the production, get them with the right people, take the time to set them up properly. It's missing. And y'all knew it worked before. Y'all just don't want to pay people. Y'all want to depend on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube to do the work for you. But the digital age is, honestly, I feel like we're in a new digital age. Like, there's so much new technology, there's so much new information. Y'all need to be figuring out how to deal with your artists and not rely on the technology that y'all still not well versed in. All right, y'all, that's a wrap on this episode. Y'all already know what to do here on YouTube. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a drop. Sound off in the comments and let me know, do y'all think Saweetie should still be making music? What do y'all think Ella Mai could do differently to kind of progress her artistry? And do y'all think record labels will ever get it together? I don't think so. I think they're gonna keep struggling. But we'll be back tomorrow with more singles, albums, and moments from 2022. Bye. He pulled a Chris Brown and gave us a Bible-length album, stories that actually happened in the hood. And I'm sorry, y'all, this song whack. She did all of these interviews talking about how now that she's a mother, she wanted to be more choosy with her pen and what she's talking about. YSL got hit with the RICO.